This podcast is a production of the Three Ranger Bros Studios, in association with Zio to Hero, the podcast.
Hello everybody and welcome to Tiger Tales, a place you'll find stories and fanfictions written and read to you by your host, me, Tai Tiger. Today we're diving back into Power Rangers Universe 113, and the very first story ever to be uploaded onto a Tiger Tales, Power Rangers Future Foundation. Power Rangers Future Foundation is currently going through a really strange story arc. See, CJ, our woman behind the computer, was tampering with a dimensional jumping device and it exploded with all of our Ranger heroes in the room, and now all of them are missing from Universe 113. Well, we've seen where Dante and Chloe ended up in the last two chapters. This time, let's see what Leo's been up to.
Welcome to Universe 113. A place where an old evil has continued its quest for ultimate power, starting by kidnapping previous Rangers and stealing their powers. But not all is lost, as a new generation of Rangers is born, bringing new life to the legendary powers that came before them. They are the new heroes of Earth. They are Power Rangers Future Foundation.
Power Rangers Future Foundation. Chapter 32. Leo lost in Universe 20. Leo woke up in a crater. He climbed out of it and dusted himself off. His Animarian robes now dirty. He looked around and instantly noticed that he was on the Animarium. He looked around and noticed that it seemed rather quiet. Where are the Zords? Leo muttered. He looked up into the sky and then realized that it was empty. Where's the eagle and the condor? Leo muttered to himself once again. Then he ran over to the massive lake. Shark! Hammerhead! Alligator! Leo barked, but was met with complete silence. Then Leo bolted off and ran through the forest. Gorilla! Black bear! Deer! Leo yelled out as he ran through the trees. Then he stopped as someone landed in front of him. Leo recognized his silver jacket, but it did not have the Howling Wolf logo on it, but it had something else. The man turned around and Leo saw Merrick stood before him. Oh, my, you're Merrick, the Silver Wolf Ranger, Leo blurted out. Kinda. And you are? Merrick asked. Leo took a deep breath, stood tall and saluted. Leo, a part of the Animarium Guard, the protector of Princess Sheila. Leo yelled. I think something is going on. Something odd. Merrick sighed. Then suddenly, someone landed behind Leo and smacked him in the back of the head, knocking him out. Taylor! Merrick barked. What? We don't know this guy. At least let's get him tied up before we question him. Taylor sighed. I was doing just fine, Merrick muttered. He bent down and picked up Leo and carried him off to the others. Leo woke up, tied to the chair. He looked around and saw 7 people there stood watching him. He knew all of them, including the Duke Org, Zenaku. Hi? Leo muttered awkwardly. You said your name was Leo, right? Cole asked. Yes, sir. You assigned me the position, Leo said confused. Cole, you know this kid? Max asked. I'm sorry, but I've never met him, Cole said. Leo thought about the last thing he remembered, the explosion from the device that CJ was tinkering with. Oh, this must be another universe, Leo questioned under his breath. Sorry, did you say universe? Is that even possible? Danny asked. Hello? Royal Britannia Rangers? Their leader now travels the multiverse? Alyssa explained. Wait, Royal Britannia? You mean like Mark? The Red Corner Ranger? Right, I know him. He came to my universe. Wait, is this his home universe? Leo blurted. Whoa, slow down. Yes, we know Mark. He's from this universe. You know him too? Is he okay? Alyssa asked. Yeah, he gave my leader Dante a device. Our tech had seemed to have tinkered with it, and somehow it exploded. I think that's why I'm here, Leo said. How can we know if this is all true? Max asked. Cole, sir, you can read people. Like, into their hearts. Do it. Look into my heart and you know that I'm telling the truth, Leo told Cole. Cole looked at his team, they all nodded at him. Cole knelt down in front of Leo and stared deep into his eyes. Then he closed his own eyes and listened to Leo's heartbeat. His heart was steady, but better yet, it beat with a rhythm that rang true to Cole. He's telling the truth, Cole said. He then stood and walked over to him and untied him. Leo stood. I believe this is yours, Merrick said, throwing him his ground morpher. Leo caught it and smiled. Thanks, Leo muttered. So in your universe, I gave you my old morpher to defend the princess? Cole asked. Kinda. I'm defending the princess, but the morph I got somewhere else. Leo nodded. Please, it's just Cole. Cole grinned. Suddenly, the pond started rippling. Everyone surrounded it and saw a monster destroying the town marketplace. Whoa, it looks like the polar bear Zord, Leo blurted. 'Cause it is. We became Ultra Rangers 'cause Kite from another universe stole all our Zord souls and weaponizes them. And now, they're trying to get rid of humanity from Earth, Taylor explained in a cocky attitude. Wait, so that is the polar bear Zord? Whoa. That explains why you guys have different jackets, and why all the Zords are gone, Leo muttered in shock. We better get down there, Danny sighed. Wait, is he an Ultra Ranger? Leo asked, pointing at Zanaku. Zanaku growled at Leo. Yes, he is. He's part of the team, Merrick sighed. Why don't you join us, Leo? Max suggested. Hey, that's a great idea, Danny chirped. No, it's not, Taylor barked. I think he can join us. And stay close. Why not? Cole shrugged. It would be a privilege to fight by the Wild Force Power Rangers. Sorry, Ultra Rangers, Leo grinned. Cole, think about this, Alyssa sighed. Hey, I can handle myself, Leo barked. He's coming with us, now let's go, Cole ordered. The Ultra Rangers and Leo all left the Animarium and headed for Turtle Cove's marketplace, where they found the polar bear Zord monster blasting beams of ice at everybody and everything, freezing them solid. Hey, stop right there, Cole called out. Try and stop me, the polar bear monster barked. Hey, his name is Polazoid, Alyssa told Leo. Got it, Leo nodded. Ready, guys, Cole called out. Ready, everyone else yelled. Everyone pulled out their ultra animal crystals and slotted them into their crystal sabers and slammed their handles into their palms and raised their crystal sabers into the air. Ultra access, everyone called out. Leo flipped open his ground morpher, pressed the center button, and held the phone to his ear and held out his other hand. Wild access, he called out. Then in a flash of multiple colors, the 7 Wild Force Ultra Rangers and the red Wild Force Power Rangers stood before Polazoid. Ooh, another one. Goody, Polazoid growled. Then he aimed his hands and they shifted into bear-like cannons. They fired icy beams at the Rangers. The Grey Ultra Ranger jumped up and slammed his fist into the ground, causing several rocks to erupt from the ground, which took the attack instead. The Ultra Rangers are really powerful, huh? The Red Wild Force Ranger gasped. Then the Blue Ultra Ranger jumped up into the air and let out an almighty sonic scream. The blue sonic waves left the mouthpiece of the Ranger's helmet. It struck Polazoid. The monster dropped down to the ground. The Wild Force Power Ranger ran into the fold. He pulled out his crystal saber and slashed the monster. The monster caught the Power Ranger's fist. Then with its other hand he blasted the Ranger with an icy beam, which sent the Ranger flying back. He crashed into the ground. Then the monster blasted the Red Wild Force Ranger with 2 icy beams, freezing the Ranger to the ground, his torso frozen solid. Stupid fool, the Black Ultra Ranger barked. The Black and Silver Ultra Ranger both charged at Polazoid. The Black Ranger picked up the monster by the waist and raised the monster up into the air. The Silver Ranger jumped up and grabbed the monster's head and rammed it into the ground. The Grey and Blue Ultra Rangers walked up to the Red Wild Force Ranger, who laid on the ground encased in ice. The Blue Ranger knelt down. Hang on, okay? Don't move, the Blue Ultra Ranger muttered. Then he let out a minor sonic scream which made the ice crack. The Grey Ultra Ranger grabbed the Red Ranger's hand and pulled with all his might, and the Ranger became free, the ice shattering around him as he stood. Whoa, thanks, the Red Ranger said. You need to think first, the Grey Ultra Ranger stated. Yeah, sorry, I didn't think about that, the Red Ranger muttered. The Polazoid aimed both cannons and spun around in a circle, blasting the ground, causing all Ultra Rangers to jump back. Then he teleported away. The Ultra Rangers and Power Ranger demorphed, and they all grouped up. Sorry, Leo muttered. You just got in the way, Zenaki barked. Hey, cool off. He only got caught in the crosshairs. Easy could have been one of us, Cole snapped back. No, he should have not been here, Zanaku growled. Leo walked up to Zanaku and got right in his face. Neither should you. You're Duke Orc, Leo growled. Hey, Zanaku has paid for his sins and is now on the road to redemption, Merrick said, stepping in. Nope, a Duke Org follows Master Org's will, which means destroying Princess Sheila, Leo growled. I am an Ultra Ranger, Zanaku said. Leo, Animus's brother, picked Zanaku as the 7th Ultra Ranger. Alyssa said. Then he picked wrong, Leo muttered. Leo threw a punch and hit Zenaku in the chest. Zenaku stood there unmoved, unfazed. A deep growl left the Duke Org. That was your only shot. Next time, you won't be so lucky, Zenaku threatened. See, all he cares about is threats and violence, Leo barked. Then he threw a punch, then another. Zenaku raised his arm, blocking each strike. Then he jabbed his fingers into Leo's shoulders, making him stumble backwards. Then Leo threw a kick. Zenaku caught his ankle and flipped Leo over, making him land on his front. Leo grunted as he climbed to his feet. Boys, stop it, now, Taylor ordered. I should get the camera, Max chuckled. Leo pulled out his ground morpher, flipped open, pressed the center button, and held his morpher to his ear, and morphed once again into the red Wild Force Ranger. Zenaku pulled out his flute knife and slotted the black Ultra Sword crystal into it, and he raised his flute knife into the air, and once again he morphed into the black Ultra Ranger. You'll regret the day you stepped on the animarium, the Red Ranger growled. Then he ran at the black Ultra Ranger and slashed him with his claws. The black Ultra Ranger caught the hand once again, then pulled him closer, kneed the Ranger in the stomach, and slammed his fist into the back, making him drop to the floor. Then he picked up the Red Ranger and sent him skimming across the ground. The Red Ranger stood up and summoned his Lion Blaster, and ran at the Black Ultra Ranger and fired the blaster several times. The blasts hit the Ultra Ranger, but then the Ranger pulled out his Ultra Blaster and fired it back. Each shot hit the Red Ranger. Sparks flew off of the Red Ranger as he dropped down to the ground. Cole, stop this! Alyssa pleaded. Something's wrong. His heart was pure. Something's definitely wrong here, Cole grunted. What do you think? Something is making Leo like this? Max asked him. You think he seems like the type of person to just snap? Cole asked back. Cole, you cannot be serious. Taylor sighed. I am. Trust me. Like you did many times before. I'm right about this, Leo barked. The Red Wild Force Ranger ran at the Black Ultra Ranger. He fist slammed against the Black Ranger's crossed arms. Then the Black Ranger grabbed the Red Ranger by the wrist and shoulder, kneed him in the chest, flipped him over onto his back, then dropped his knee onto the Red Ranger's chest, pinning him to the ground. Do you yield? The Black Ranger called out. Cole closed his eyes and focused the sound of on Leo's heartbeat, but he could hear it no more. Cole struggled to find the loud, powerful, love-filled heart that he once heard. His was now silent, hollow, and cold. Cole's eyes snapped open. His heart. It's frozen over. Polazoid must have done something, Cole stated. Like, froze his heart, allowing his anger to take over, Max said. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Leo is used to Zenaku like we are. It makes sense that he would be a little mad. His heart would tell him it's the right move having him on the team. Alyssa sighed. Do you yield? The Black Ranger growled once again. The Red Ranger tried to struggle his way out of the weight of the Black Ultra Ranger. Merrick, you're awfully quiet, Cole said. I'll stop Zenaku. If you have a plan, hurry up, Merrick said sternly. Merrick ran up to the two fighting Rangers, jumped up and kicked the Ultra Ranger onto his side. He then pulled the Ranger to his feet and pushed him back. Zenaku, stop. I mean it. Power down now, Merrick barked. The Black Ranger stood, sighed, grunted, and then demorphed. Then Cole turned to Max. Use your sonic scream that cracked Polazoid's ice attack. Maybe the Ultra Batazord can do something, Cole stated. I'll definitely give it a go, Max said. Then he pulled out his Ultra Crystal Saber, slotted it into his Animal Crystal, and then raised his saber into the air. Ultra Batazord, arise! Max called out. Suddenly, the Ultra Batazord came flying down and it screeched loudly and landed. Everyone looked at the big blue bat. I need you to use your Echo Scream to shatter ice surrounding Leo's heart, Cole called out. Can you help? Max asked. The Batazord let out a terrifying screech that hit the Red Wild Force Ranger. The Ranger gripped his ears as he dropped to the floor. Everyone watched as the Red Ranger cried out. Then a small icy blue patch of energy started glowing around his heart, and then it faded away. The Rangers demorphed and Leo dropped to his hands and knees. The Batazord then took off once again and flew away. Cole pulled Leo up to his feet. What the hell happened? We were fighting and then everyone went black when the polar bear Zord monster struck me, Leo grunted. Wait, you don't remember anything? Alyssa said. Nope. No, I don't, Leo sighed. Stupid runt, Zenaku muttered. Oi, pack it in, Taylor barked at him. Leo turned to Zenaki and walked up to his side. I think I attacked you. I'm sorry. It's a little weird seeing you here, but Cole, my Cole, is my mentor. And he always said, trust your heart, not your head. And my heart says you're okay. Leo told him. Thanks, I guess. Zenaki nodded. Everyone stood around kinda awkward. Sorry guys, cause of me, Polazoid escaped, and I made an idiot of myself. Leo sighed. To be fair, he's actually escaped twice already. Taylor said awkwardly. Hey, nobody blames you, and Zenaki can just be really stubborn. Merrick said, placing his hand on Leo's shoulder. Leo walked away with his head hanging low. Wait, where are you going? Danny blurted. Leo stopped inside. I caused you guys this victory, and I struck a Wild Force Ultra Ranger. I need to walk away before I do something else that's really stupid, Leo said, then he walked off. Wait, Leo, it's okay, we all make mistakes, Max called out, but Leo just kept on walking. Never give up, Danny yelled. Leave him. This may take some time, Cole told the two. Leo walked off and headed into town. He found a bench and sat on it, and he let out a long sigh. Suddenly, Cole sat next to him. Cole? Leo blurted. Look, I've been the new guy. Taylor used to give me a hard time all the time, Cole told him. I know, but Cole told me the same thing, Leo said. What's the matter, Leo? I can see something. I may not be your Cole, but I'm still Cole, Cole said as he nudged Leo in the arm. I'm about to be useless. Princess Shayla wakes up, and I will need to be protecting her anymore, Leo admitted. Well, this isn't your universe, Cole said. Even at home. I don't think I can contribute anything to my team. I failed here. Everyone is faster, stronger, more experienced, no matter where I am. Hell, even the youngest member of my team is smarter than me, Leo sighed. Leo, everyone is gifted the power to be a ranger for a reason. They're chosen for a very specific reason. I believe you have something special, Cole smiled. Thanks, but I doubt it, Leo sighed. Look, I got you something. When I heard your heart beating, it reminded me of me. When I was younger, when I was a Power Ranger, so I wanted to give you this, Cole said and handed him a belt buckle. It's just a belt buckle, Leo stated. Well, when you feel the worst again, and you feel like you don't know where to turn, just remember this belt buckle, okay? Cole told him. Suddenly a portal opened and the purple Ultra Ranger walked out. Leo looked at the Ranger, then to Cole. This is Aisha, an Ultra Ranger from Universe 19. She sent a message out a little while ago asking the other universes with the Ranger descriptions. Our contact in the Ranger Council forwarded the message. We got it when you were unconscious and tied up. It matched you, Cole explained. The Ultra Ranger morphed and Aisha stood there with a smile on her face. Wait, if you knew someone was coming to get me, then why'd you let me fight Polazoid? Leo asked. You wear the animarian robes. Outdated, mind, but you wear them. You mentioned Cole was your mentor. Then I heard your heartbeat, the beat of determination, dedication, and passion. You cried out for the Zords when you arrived. That's the very first thing you cared about. You attacked Zenaki and mentioned the princess. And you sit here and worry if you're not worthy of your team. Seems to me that you carry a lot of heart, kid. If you were a Moss student, I'd be proud of you. I wanted to see you in action. Even under the influence of a monster, you had your priorities straight. Hence why I gave you the belt buckle. Colt explained. Okay. The others? Leo stated. Are busy. I'll go back and tell them. I also wanted to say, if you need us for anything, seems like you already know some Ultra Rangers, but knowing some more can't hurt, huh? Cole said with a smile. Leo smiled back, then held onto the belt buckle in his hand. He then nodded at Cole. Thank you. You kinda give me a confidence boost I think I needed, Leo said. Cole opened his arms and Leo looked hesitant and then hugged him. You're a good kid, and remember, when it comes to the belt buckle, whenever you feel down again, just turn to it. Trust me, Cole said, then he winked at Leo. Leo then nodded, gripped onto the belt buckle, and turned to Aisha. Hello, Leo. I'm Aisha. You know my partner, Adam, Aisha said with a gentle smile. Yeah, thanks for coming to get me, Leo said. With pleasure, Leo. Now, let's get you home to the Future Foundation, shall we? Aisha said. Leo turned back to Cole. Can you tell Zenaki that I'm really sorry? And thanks for having my back, Leo said. Of course I can. And no problem, Cole said with a nod. Next time, Cole, Leo said. Next time, Leo, Cole replied. Then Leo followed Aisha through the portal, and the portal closed. Leo left Universe 20 and its Wild Force Ultra Rangers, and then headed back to Universe 113. And there we have it, guys. Our third story in our little arc here. Leo met the Ultra Rangers Wild Force from Universe 20, which is actually an ongoing story on Tiger Tales. You can also find it on Power Rangers Universe 20 storylines with Mark the Red Cornish Ranger, Royal Britannia, and some Ranger Council stories written and read to you by Mark the Red Cornish Ranger on his podcast, Nursery Comics. He also adapts Power Ranger comic books and other small comic books into audio dramas. So you might want to go check it out. That being said, of course, make sure you check out the third member of the Three Ranger Bros. Me and Mark are the first two, the third one being Cosplay Dude 67's Power Rangers Universe 19 podcast. There you'll find stories and fanfiction written and read to you by him and his AI narrator, and all of the stories take place in Universe 19. Big shout out to Zero to Hero, the podcast, and their community. Big shout out to If You Give a Dad a podcast, and a big shout out to Author's Crown YouTube channel. Make sure you go check all of them out because they do fantastic content. And of course, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to and check out Tiger Tales, The Lost Stories, Tiger Tales Game Over, and Tiger Tales Mysterious Origins. 3 other channels where you'll find other stories and fanfictions and original stories in this sort of format. Make sure you subscribe, and of course, I shall see you guys real soon.